Welcome everybody to our 30-day challenge kickoff. We'll be going over the Purium lifestyle transformation today. My name is Curtis, and about 4 years ago, I decided to venture out of the engineering space where I went to school. Got my degree in engineering, and then I figured I would put that type of knowledge with okay, everyone's muted now. I would put that knowledge to the test with the human body, treating that like an electrical circuit. And that meant, how do we increase the electricity? That's nutrition. Hi, Jen. And Purium provides all of those nutrients and micronutrition. Hi. Okay, so here we have the cleanse package. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to go over each item in the cleanse. And after each item presented, we will have a testimonial from Chris, who's on here right now. And he's a personal trainer out in California. And he's noticed a lot of positive changes with his clients and training them and getting proper results from that. The disclaimer today, just to mention, these products are not intended to heal any illness or cure any illness. I am not a doctor. And without further ado, let's get into it. So with the standard American diet and the modern agriculture system, we'll go back to the Vietnam War when Monsanto created Agent Orange for the war against Vietnam. And so the Viet Cong were using guerrilla warfare and we were losing the war. I think we actually did lose that war. And our one method of combating them was Agent Orange sprayed on the jungle, and it killed off all of the jungle so that they no longer had a place to hide and use their guerrilla warfare tactics. After that war, Monsanto was like, what do we do with this technology? And they put it into the food supply. And they said it was safe for humans because we don't have the reproductive pathway of plants. So it takes out the reproductive pathway of plants. And can everyone see me right now? Just quick question. Okay, great. So Monsanto came out with a product called Roundup. I'm sure you've all seen it and maybe even used it. And what it has in it is glyphosate, which is that chemical they developed in the war that takes out the reproductive pathway of most plants. Now, they also patented the seeds that are resistant to glyphosate and can grow alongside it. So that's all the GMO corn. You've heard people say that non-GMO, right? That they don't want to eat GMOs. And those plants will actually, those GMOs will go into your gut and they'll wreak havoc. They're mutant microbes, and they don't allow your good beneficial microbes to flourish. So Biomedic was introduced by Purium. Looks like that. And everything in Purium is not a supplement. Nothing is separated from its natural state. Nothing is synthetic. And okay. And I just have to let everyone in with the waiting room. Welcome anyone who's new. So Purium developed Biomedic to take out that glyphosate. It's clinically proven to remove 74% of glyphosate out of the tissues in 6 weeks. And nothing else on the market is proven to do that. So I'll go over just what that looks like inside. You have in your small intestine these things called villi, right? They're little fingers, and they are used to absorb the nutrients in your food. And the glyphosate's like a glue. It's like a film that goes through your intestines. It glues those fingers down and you're no longer able to absorb nutrition. So just trying to see myself on this. All right. First time using Zoom in a while. So by removing the glyphosate, you will allow those villi to stand back up and they will start to do their job and absorb nutrition. But before that, a lot of people are running into issues like irritable bowel syndrome, leaky gut. You have a beer belly without drinking beer. That's a common occurrence. And the biomedic will reduce that inflammation. Actually, the same clinical trial found that C-reactive protein, which is an inflammation marker, major inflammation marker in the body, that dropped by 70% in those same 6 weeks as the glyphosate was removed. So you'll be dropping your inflammation. That'll allow your body to heal. It'll clear your brain fog. You'll be able to focus better. And that's all with just the biomedic. So if you can't afford the cleanse, just get on the biomedic, and that's your defense against everything Monsanto has set up against us. Next, we have the Power Shake. And this is your micronutrition. This is 6 superfood salads in one serving. So I don't eat salads hardly at all anymore because most of the stuff in the grocery store is depleted of nutrition, and it's grown on factory farms with no nutrition in the soil, no B vitamins. So Purium set up a farm. We spent over $1 million patenting the process to dry the juice. So on our farm, we have volcanic soil. It's in Utah. The air quality is tested for 500 miles around. There are no inorganic farms around. We have our own spring water source, and it's right at the base of a volcano. 100 years ago, a lake dried up under this volcano. So all those mineral deposits are in the soil. It's so you're picking up the alfalfa roots will go down 70 feet and they'll pick up minerals. So you're loading yourself up with minerals and nutrients like you can't find in the grocery store. Your cells will start to crave this Power Shake. So everything's dried at 78 degrees. And there's fans on the side of this 200-foot silo. And the fans are blowing the room temperature air up as the masticating juicer, the giant masticating juicer, is juicing the fresh juice into the top of the silo. The fans are blowing up. That juice is falling. Gravity and the air rushing by is drying the juice. And at the bottom, we get the powder. This powder is still active with enzymes, and Purium actually had to get approval from the government to ship this around the United States and around the world because it's alive and it's raw and it's not pasteurized. So once you make your Power Shake right here, you might want to put some ice in it if it's going to take you a little while to drink it, because it'll start to degrade after about 15 minutes. And that's because it is a live juice. It is a fresh pressed juice. And I'll have a sip right now because it just sounds great. So you'll be drinking this 3 times a day during the intensive portion of the cleanse, which is when you're mostly fasting. And I can get you the ingredients list if you don't already have that. And that'll cover all your micronutrition for the day. You'll still have to handle your macronutrition, your rice and beans. And we eliminate dairy, we eliminate meat during this cleanse so that you can really clean out your gut and scrub your gut with all these products. So most juice cleanses, a lot of people that work out are afraid to lose their muscle mass, right? Because you end up in a catabolic state, which means you're stressed and you have low blood sugar. So these super aminos were designed for patients without stomachs or comatose patients in the hospital. And we took that proprietary formula, the master amino profile, we created these. So these are 100% pre-digested protein. It's all vegan from legumes. And it's the 8 essential amino acids. There's actually 9 essentials, but you get the 9th one plenty, and you don't want to OD on that. So it's all the 8 essential amino acids, and they do not travel through the digestive system. If you were to eat a steak, you'd absorb 30 to 50% of that protein. And with the super aminos, you're absorbing 100%. So 2 of these is equal to the amount of protein that you would absorb if you ate a steak. And then you have all the toxic byproducts of urea and ammonia as you're trying to separate those amino acid chains. And so this is clean. It keeps you in a fasted state, but it also puts muscle on you whether you're working out or not. And you'll take 5 of those at different points during the day during the cleanse. And second to last, we have the Apothecary. And I'm not sure if you've heard about this, but tart cherries have been used in the fitness and the health industry for a long time. And they are the only natural source of melatonin. They cause your body to produce your own endogenous melatonin stores. So it's not synthetic. It's not separated from its natural state. You're drinking cherry concentrate. And a lot of people, when they fall asleep, they wake up the next morning more tired than when they fell asleep. And that's because they're not getting into the deep REM sleep. So this will get you into the right REM sleep that you need, but also it'll load up your cells with all of the melatonin that they need for cellular restoration. So not only is your brain falling asleep, which happens if you don't have enough melatonin, your brain falls asleep, but your body's not really resting and the rest of your cells aren't really restoring. So this loads up your cells with all the melatonin that they need. You'll have more vivid dreams. You'll wake up feeling more refreshed. If you don't sleep that much, you'll actually sleep more. And the Apothecary also covers all your antioxidants with its ORAC value. It's loaded with antioxidants. And if you've ever looked at metal, right? If metal is revealed in the air and it hits oxygen, it starts to rust, right? So we have that going on in our bodies. We call it free radicals. We call it oxidation. So this prevents the oxidation. Also, you're getting plenty of antioxidants when you take the Power Shake. And lastly, we have the Super Cleanser. And I don't have that on hand right now in my cleanse package. I had to give it to somebody. And the Super Cleanser is a blend of parasite herbs. And you'll take those during the 10 days when you're fasting, and you'll be eating very minimally. Whenever you have a craving come up, you just eat some broccoli, something raw. You can cook if you need to, but mostly you'll be eating raw during those 10 days. And the parasites will be screaming for food in the first 2 days. You might have some detox symptoms, some brain fog as they start to die off. And on the third day, you'll get this new boost of energy. So you're no longer feeding these parasites, and you're actually feeding the cells of your body. We're about 90% microbes and only 10% human cells. So if you can use the Biometic to get rid of the glyphosate, you'll start to populate your gut with beneficial microbes, and your mood will lift, right? The vagus nerve travels from the gut to the brain, and most of your brain chemicals, your neurochemicals like GABA and dopamine, serotonin, they're all produced in the gut. And so if you can clean your gut up and get it happy with beneficial microflora, then your mood will increase and your energy levels will increase. And so my personal story with this stuff, I found it about 2.5 years ago. And since then, my energy levels have at least doubled, if not tripled. And I used to struggle to put muscle onto my legs. And when I started taking the super aminos, because the proteins travel through your lymphatic system and your bloodstream, I was finally able to get legs, like man legs, and start doing squats and start to repair after my workouts. So if you are an athlete, you'll notice a lot more gains after this cleanse. You won't be feeding those parasites anymore. And those super aminos, unlike a protein shake where you have to process all of the pea protein or whey protein, whatever you're doing, these get directly absorbed into the bloodstream, and they'll put muscle on you whether you're working out or not. So that's my presentation. And we have Chris Chandler on here. He is a Czech certified coach. I myself am a Czech level 1, HLC level 1 certified coach. Chris, are you 3 or 4?
I am on the verge of doing my level 3 integrated movement science this fall, and I am a level 2 holistic lifestyle coach through the Czech Institute. I hope you can see me okay. I'm a little bit light challenged with the window behind me. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we can see you great, Chris.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Curtis. Awesome presentation, man. I thought you did a great job of breaking that down because there's a ton of information here. But I've been using Purium products for, almost 2 years now myself, I want to say. And the main reason I first started using them is because I'm a huge proponent of organic food. If you've worked with me before, I've got a couple of clients on here, they know that. Also really mainly trying to avoid, people ask about the organic thing, and it's really, in my opinion, just trying to avoid all the herbicides, pesticides, rodenticides, all the stuff that's being sprayed on our food. and basically systematically ruining our health. So I'm all for organic food. And when I discovered Purium, I was skeptical like a lot of people, of course. And but I started off with the core four, which are it's also the Power Shake, the Aminos, the Apothecary, and the Biomedic, the basic four, which are also in the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And I just noticed an immediate, I could just tell that my nutrition was being supported. I tend to run myself down. I push myself hard. I see a lot of clients, so I'm giving away a lot of energy. And I immediately noticed a difference with my sleep, especially the Apothecary. And I'm thinking, really, organic dark cherry juice. And I've even tried to find it other places that they don't make it like Purium in that concentration.
Just a note, Chris, just a note, all of the cherries in the United States are owned by Coca-Cola. So we actually, with Purium, we outsource to Italy for our organic cherries.
That's interesting. I actually did not know that. And that's the type of information I like to hear. Of course, I'd like to be having them grown right here, but maybe that will get us moving more in that direction. But I noticed a huge difference right away in my sleep. And like Curtis said, the amino acids from cherries help us to make more melatonin as opposed to taking melatonin itself, which we really want to limit because that kind of messes up our own natural melatonin production. And by the way, that's the rest and repair hormone we need to not only sleep, but repair all the damage we did during the day. And right now, we definitely have a lot of stress going on. Everybody's got their own, the world changed pretty suddenly there. And so for me, it's also fighting for organic food. And I love a company that's what they're doing. And that's really what made me even get more involved with this company was the fact that they're fighting for organic food, and so am I. So we're so aligned in that way. And the products themselves, they've done nothing but give me a unique level of support, better rest. I've noticed, especially with the Biomedic, because I like to have a couple of pints once in a while with the boys, won't lie about that. But I've just noticed that my tummy is just flatter in general. And then I like that extra green support, all that green, all that chlorophyll, all those phytonutrients in that Power Shake, just so I know I'm getting that. And I don't have to always think about that, especially when I'm busy. And so that's been the main difference maker for me. I've slowly over the last year or so been starting to show more of my clients this. A couple of my clients are on this Zoom and are going to be trying this product for the first time. And I'm glad they're jumping in on this because I really think it's a difference maker.
Thanks, Chris. You reminded me of a couple notes. So Purium's not only fighting for organic food, but they also want you to get it right to your door, because a lot of people might be in food deserts, or maybe you don't like shopping at the top shelf grocery stores. But even then, they don't have the best farmland. And so Purium ships it right to your door. And we actually went plastic free in 2022. We have about 5% of our products are using plastic at this point. The super aminos still ship in plastic. But we developed these pouches because it's all plastic free, biodegradable. And we've already saved, if you want to ship these around in a truck, you can ship like 30 times more of these, 40 times more of these than shipping all the plastic containers around the world. We saved tons in plastic. I think we saved 80 tons in plastic this year alone. And one more note that you reminded me of, Chris, was that in the Power Shake, right? The average client, if you need to lose weight, if you're looking to lose weight on this cleanse, the average client loses 25 pounds in the first 30 days. And that's because, mostly because you're detoxing and removing a lot of the chemicals, but there's rice bran solubles in here, which is the most nutritious part of the rice plant. Everything's gluten-free, but the rice bran solubles activate adiponectin in the body. So some of us with our stress levels, our cortisol, we're storing fat. We have ghrelin as our active hormone, and ghrelin makes you store fat. Adiponectin is the opposite hormone, so it shifts your body into a different state. You're now burning fat. You're now burning those storages that your body didn't know what to do with. It was just hanging on for emergencies because you're so stressed out. So your stress levels will lower and your body will start to burn fat just based on those rice bran solubles and activating the adiponectin. So I think at this point we can open up for questions if anyone has any questions. And that's fine if we don't. Just make sure if you are interested in getting on the cleanse to message whoever invited you here. And
Excuse me.
Oh,
Sorry, I was on mute.
Awesome.
I apologize. Can you tell me like what the process is every day? Like what I'm supposed to do, like when I get up in the morning with this stuff and then throughout the day? 'Cause I don't know what to do.
yeah, you got it. I'm glad we have questions.
Yeah.
My mom and my sister have their hand raised too. So inside of the package, I'll just hold it up one more time. What you'll be getting is this lifestyle guide, which has all your flex meals and flex foods. I'll open this up in a second and show you the schedule. You also have a tracker. If you're a really organized person, you can keep track of your energy levels and what you experience on the cleanse. And you get your own shaker bottle as well. So this is stainless steel because plastic free, and you'll get a measuring tape as well. So a lot of people lose tons of inches off of their waist, and that's just on inflammation, right? That beer belly that guides have, even if they don't drink beer. And so
I got 2 of those right now, so hopefully I'll lose at least one of them.
inside of
And
this
I'm a girl.
guide, you open up to about the middle. And what we'll be following is option 2, the accelerated option. It's in the middle. You can see the staples right there, the exact middle of this lifestyle guide. And for day 1 through 10, the first stage, you're just going to ease into it. And you'll wake up and you'll have your super aminos, your power shake, and your biomedic. Then you want to eat 2 lifestyle meals during the day, which is fresh, raw fruit and veggies, dark leafy greens, and high fiber meals. And you can eat 3 flex foods as snacks at any time if you're starting to feel a dip in energy. And if you're starting to have a craving, just put some broccoli in there. Don't eat a cookie. And you drink half your body weight in ounces of water. My wife loves cookies, so that's what.
Me too.
Not
That's
bad.
why I'm in this problem. That's why I got this problem.
She's a breastfeeder, so she needs cookies. You exercise at your normal pace and you decrease or eliminate sugar, caffeine, animal products, and alcohol. So you're easing into it. If you slip up on the first 10 days, don't worry, don't start over. You're still on it, just do better the next day, you know? Then day 11 through day 20, this is a 10-day immersion, and this is when you get serious. Don't slip up in here. And when you wake up, we have a whole tracker right here that you follow, and it's all based on 2 hours. So you wake up, you have your super aminos, and you're going to stay fasted. That'll keep you in an anabolic state, fasted state. The super aminos also stabilize your blood sugar, so you're not going to have a dip in energy. 2 hours later, you'll have your power shake, biomedic, and the super cleanser, the parasite herbs. So those parasites might be getting active, and then you just dump some herbs on them, and they're not going to be happy. Then 2 hours later, you have your super amino 23, again, to stabilize that blood sugar, to reduce cravings so you don't cave in. Another 2 hours later, you'll have your power shake, biomedic, and super cleanser. Another 2 hours later, you have your super aminos. And again, another 2 hours later, you'll have the power shake right before bed. And then about an hour before bed, you have your Apothecary, which is 2 tablespoons in about 8 or 10 ounces of water. We have a question in the chat here. And then the last 10 days, you just finish strong. So you do the same as the first 10 days. You can start to reintroduce maybe a little bit of meat, a little chicken, or a little fish if you need. Otherwise, stay on the veggies and the fruits, and I'll send you a whole food list for your shopping list so you know what to buy. And it's all laid out right here. So
Awesome. I got a question. So, and again, I apologize because I just opened this. So what do you mix with your shake stuff? What do you put in there? Just water?
yeah, just water. Just water is best. And when you continue this lifestyle, right, I haven't left the products at all in the last 2 years. And that's because like so high vibe. I left them for maybe 40 days when I did this crazy cleanse that no one should ever do. But it worked out great. And that was a Candida cleanse, getting rid of fungus and stuff. So just water. Yeah, whatever, the cleanest water that you can get, you know.
So you don't have to put anything in it like fruits or vegetables or anything like that, not just that.
Oh, this is your fresh pressed juice instantly. And
Okay.
it will start to degrade in 10-15 minutes. So if it's going to take you longer, put some ice in there. It tastes better with ice in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Jennifer is asking, eating fruit in our diet is not going to feed the parasites. So we actually recommend just a handful of blueberries or strawberries or a green apple, no red apples, because the sugar content's too high. So you do want to keep your sugar down. And if you keep your sugar down, your body is going to use that sugar and not the parasites. But if you're dealing with a special case and you really are focused on getting rid of parasites, then try to eliminate even natural sources of sugar from fruit. But if that's not your aim, then on the flex foods, you are allowed a couple blueberries or a green apple.
What about if you go out to dinner and stuff, because you're still socializing? What do I do then?
If you go out to dinner, just ask the chef for veggies,
Okay.
some grilled veggies or steamed veggies and or a salad. And they may.
But no dressing on the salad?
Yeah, a lot of the dressings contain harmful vegetable oils. So yeah, the avocados are going to be crucial for your fats. So ask the server for avocados and veggies. Thank you, Alyssa.
Just put lemon on their salad?
Lemon? Okay.
Yeah, lemon, some guacamole. Yeah,
Okay.
you'll be that lame person who has all the questions for the server. I'm always that person. Okay, my mom and sister have a question.
So I have a regimen that I take all the supplements, Joint Flex and Heart Aid and Be Energetic, and vitamin C, all the Purium produced supplements that go along with my day. I take them every morning. Can I still take those during the cleanse?
Yeah, totally. You can still take those during the cleanse. Not sure. Alyssa might know a little more about that because I know the Joint Flex has some green lipped muscle in it, but it's just a tiny amount, and you're supposed to eliminate animal products. But I don't see the problem with taking those during the cleanse. Yeah, Alyssa says you're good. You can still take any Purium products. But as far as other supplements go, like synthetic, taken out of their natural state, you want to come off of those and just see how Purium works for you, how this cleanse works for you on its own.
Thank you.
Welcome. My mom's my best customer.
Nice.
Anybody else?
So I'm sorry, I missed the first few minutes. I'm not sure if you went over, like, is it one whole complete huge package, or you could do a portion of the package, or I don't.
Yeah.
Like, is it plans, is it, it's a 30-day challenge and you buy the whole thing, or I don't.
Yeah, so everything comes in this box for the ultimate lifestyle transformation. But if you want to get on the Purium products and the Purium lifestyle, we have something called the Core 4, which is the cherry juice, your biomedic to protect against all the chemicals of factory farming. You get the power shake and the super aminos. So the Core 4 will keep you on a maintenance program. And when you are ready to dedicate yourself to those 30 days, you'll want to order the ultimate lifestyle transformation. It's a little better of a value. You get 60 days worth of superfoods instead of 30 days, but the Core 4 is $190 versus $340 for the cleanse.
Okay, so the 30-day challenge, how much is it?
About $340 after tax.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
And that's with the code for $110 off that we can get you. Whoever invited you to the Zoom, just message them and they'll have a code for you.
Okay,
Thanks, Jen.
thank you.
Good to see you.
Curtis,
That
can you hear me?
superpowers.
Oh.
Yeah, our code superpowers, but Chris is on here as well, and his is path of motion.
Yeah.
Hello,
quick
this
question. Quick question, if I may. I'm sorry, I didn't raise my hand.
Yeah,
You can hear me okay?
yes.
I just wanted to mention too, because I know one of my clients had a good question for me yesterday, and I was surprised I didn't already give her that information. But people during this transformation might be starting on slightly different days. I know we have a couple people that started a few days ago. I know a couple of my clients are starting tomorrow morning. A couple of people may be starting Monday morning. That's fine if there's a few days stagger, I'm assuming, because we're all still part of the same group. So some people might be doing it a little bit later. And some people, not exactly starting at the same time. So make sure that's a good starting time for you. Start in the morning and do your best to adhere to it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got your back. We got your back 100% the whole way through.
yeah, we're always here. This is our job. We're here for support. And Jennifer started a little early, and Joanne is on the Zoom. She might be looking to say something, but she started early, and she's in the immersion right now. And I'm wondering how that's going for you, Joanne.
Can you hear me,
Yeah.
Curtis? Hi. Yeah, well, I just want to say, I got a little tickle in my throat. Excuse me. I just want to say that you introduced us to the Purium for Core 4 about a year ago, but it wasn't until this 30-day package, cleansing package came about that, okay, I can probably do that, but I have to say that it's been a transformation for me because I've really enjoyed not eating so much and knowing that most of the food that's on the markets or in the restaurants are just not beneficial to my body. And so I've really awoken to the truth about purifying your body and cleansing your body and maintaining a good, healthy mind and body spirit. So I think Purium, as Roxanne says, pure I am, is really a benefit to my life. And I hope that other people try it and gain the benefits as well.